Друзі, добрий день, на зв'язку Резуб, черговий випуск рубрики Open TV. Зараз ми знаходимося у Китаї. І, мабуть, дуже оригінальний варіант, тому що я спілкуюся з містером Двайт Голдвінд. Ось, він з Америки, проживає в Китаї, є лайф-коучем. Так от ми поговоримо про те, що таке лайф-коучинг, чому наш гість приїхав саме сюди і тут проживає, і взагалі торкнемося різних подібних аспектів. Тоді давайте, let's speak and switch to English. Thanks a lot, first of all, for paying some time to us and inviting in your beautiful apartment. It's a real pleasure for us. And to tell the truth, I was really surprised when you first wrote invitation on Couchsurfing and invited us to your place. Mm-hmm. So as I researched your website a little bit and your life sketch a little bit, I understood that you are a life coach from the United States who is living in China and pursuing the career of dream of many people, being a life coach. Mm-hmm. Can you tell at the very beginning, why did you decide to become a life coach, and explain the essence of this beautiful profession?
Well, I love life coaching because of the dance of conversation with people. Sure, I want to get results, but it's just feels such an honor and pleasure for me to talk with people about something that's important for them, mm-hmm. something they'd like to change, and maybe they're frustrated with changing. And so what was your second question now?
How did you come with the idea to become a life coach?
Well, I've just been doing this for myself, learning this for myself. I've been workshop junkie, taking workshops with Landmark Education or Byron Katie or Anthony Robbins, or many other sources. I've been an avid reader. I read about an hour every day, and it just became a natural thing. I was a computer software consultant. At just one point, I had a sense that I can do this, and so I started offering my services, and very quickly I built a practice.
Okay, that's interesting. How there was this shift, but I'm not sure how about you, because of course, this is the career that many people play, let's say, on this market.
Sure.
Let's say, yeah. Yes. And what really I see on the Ukrainian market and maybe Russian-speaking market is that people, many beginners life coaches, sure. are people who really don't know what to do with their own life, and because they cannot help themselves, they try to help others. Mm-hmm. Did you see such things in the English-speaking market, for example? And if yes, why do you think this happened? Why people who cannot help themselves try to help others? And will it work? As for me, I'm not sure.
Well, sometimes people are not very confident about helping others because they say, well, I haven't solved this problem and this problem and that problem. But your ability to help others doesn't necessarily depend upon how well you've done that yourself. Mm-hmm. Your ability to coach others is a different animal mm-hmm. than your ability to do it yourself. Like the top tennis coaches in the world, they cannot play tennis as well as the people that they coach. Mm-hmm. Okay, but they know how to coach tennis. So knowing how to coach a person is very different than whether you can even do it in your own life. I've coached people to be millionaires, mm-hmm. and I'm not a millionaire. Okay. So now I can't speak for other people because it might be maybe there's some people that they really haven't applied mm-hmm. the principles to their life. Whenever I share a principle with a client, it's because I have applied it to my own life. Mm-hmm. I'm always trying out any principle that I share with the client with myself, so I have some reason to believe it really works.
That's really interesting question. Actually, I didn't expect it, and this actually brings us to another question for me that I would like to even consider by myself. Mm-hmm. What is the essence of coaching then? How do you apply your techniques? Because as consulting is probably a professional who knows how to do something.
Yes.
He gives the technique to the client implements it and get the positive result in the end.
Yes.
Coaching is something different. So what is that?
Yeah, with consulting, you need to have some specific detailed knowledge about the area that you're consulting on. with coaching, you don't necessarily have to have specific detailed knowledge. For example, one time I was coaching a top archer. Right? She was Olympic level archer, but her problem was that she would do much better in practice than she would when she was in competition because of her nervousness. So one of the fundamental issues of human beings is the issue of fear and how to deal with fear, so you can become friends with your fear instead of it. They can actually serve you instead of get in your way. And so a good coach will be an expert on how to deal with fear and how to make friends with it, and how to, and you can apply that in many, many, many different situations. So a coach knows some very, very fundamental principles that can be applied in almost all areas of life. And with coaching, you ask the client as the leader. They say, this is the change I want. And then with their permission, you become a partner in a dialogue with them to help them quickly and easily make that change. And you have to make sure it fits for them. Because what one approach that might work for one person won't work for the next person.
So basically you try to figure out the settlement of the issue together, not like just telling what to do exactly. I mean, you are trying to find the solution with your client together, how to
Yes.
behave in a certain
Yes,
way,
yes.
and you are not like a teacher who just tells
No.
you to first.
I'm not a teacher. You know, and I have to make sure it fits for them.
Yeah.
So even if I have a suggestion, I always say at the end, does this fit for you? Does this work for you? What's your next action? What's the next action? Can you see yourself implementing this? And then the next session that I have with them, then I'll ask for feedback. How did that go? Did that work? Maybe we need to make some adjustments. And what's next? Like that.
That's really interesting. Yeah. And how does the life of a life coach look like? So, you know, like you have a beautiful apartment, it's a very nice atmosphere, but of course behind the coaching people must be scheduling of appointments. You're in different time zones with people, right? Why did you move to China, and how does your life look here?
Okay. Well, I can't tell you about how, in general, how life coaches life.
Yeah.
I can only tell you about mine.
Okay.
So I moved to China, because I love the adventure of being in China, and I love Chinese people, and also I earn my money in America, I spend it in China. Okay. For me, Kunming, China is the best city in the world to live in. But because I work on the telephone mostly, I can work any place in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love my work, but I work only 4 hours a day. I start at 7 a.m. in the morning and go to 11 a.m. Okay. And most of my clients are in America, so that translates to afternoon, evening time for them for the previous day. You know. So I work Monday through Friday and Sunday through Thursday for them. You know. And usually with an average client, I'll talk with them for 30 minutes twice a week. And it's just, and then I've got a very rich lifestyle with many other things that I do.
Sounds like a nice deal, yeah?
I love it.
You do what you love, you're independent geographically,
Yes.
you live in a beautiful country that you like, and the lifestyle just sounds perfect that millions of people probably dream of.
And actually, I'm training 3 people to be life coaches. So I actually help other people to do it. They may already be pretty good life coaches, but they haven't figured out how to market it. So there's 2 things you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, one is to be a good life coach. The second is to get clients.
So this is like actually I wanted to ask you for the conclusion, because many readers probably of the blog would like to become a coach, or they are thinking already that they kind of have some experience and they have attitude to people, they want to help other people, but they still didn't start. So what would you recommend people who want to pursue a career of a life coaching to do first of all in order to achieve, or at least make a first step towards this dream?
Boy. Have an hour-long conversation with me to figure out how to customize it for them. It's hard for me to answer that question in a general way because I'd have to know a lot of details about that person's life and what they've already done to know what the next step for them would be. So I can't make a general answer for that.
I see. Anyway, it's probably worth to try, at least try to speak up with the person, try to find the solution, get the feedback from the person, and maybe have, like offer the person to share this experience with others, which could be a first step toward this.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. It was a beautiful conversation, nice evening here that we spent, and I wish you all the best in your activity. And
Thank you.
let's see soon.
Okay. All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.